Vandermark Jr. in the 26. Ben Goki, also Michigan, the 44. And Shelby Williams out of Bonham, Texas, the 82. Starting fifth, it'll be the 3 of Mike Albertson out of Audubon, Iowa. And Nathan Ballard, Marengo, Iowa, the 29N. The B24 is Owen Barnhill, starting 7th out of Milton, Florida. And the 02 is Addie Wade from Lake City, Michigan. Final starter, oh boy. For those of you watching at home in the shop with the Dalmatians, he's got a long way to go. John Oliver Jr. going to roll back there in the 9th starting spot. Getting ready to go green. Oh, staying yellow one more time. Great to have you, Lou. For those of you watching at home on all of our social channels, live look-in from our great friends at Carl Customs. Down the back straightaway, Mike Vandermark Jr. to the race lead. Fielder will hustle off at turn number 4. Going to be Mike Vandermark Jr., the Michigander racer. To the top spot, Robert Barnes to second. Third right now, Shelby Williams, bottom Texas to the inside. Mike Albertson dropping back through the field. Shelby Williams going to come on into the number 2 spot now. Shelby Williams in that 82 out of Bonham, Texas to the number 3 spot. Going to put Robert Barnes back to 4th and third and Nathan Ballard in the number 4 spot. Vandermark still your leader. Out front this time. Taking a look at timing and scoring 7/7 of a second. Now the battle for third. Nathan Ballard coming to the inside. Ballard going to go to the number 3 spot. Working down the front straightaway, it's still Mike Vandermark Jr., Shelby Williams, Nathan Ballard. Nathan Ballard right now quicker of the top 3 cars by about 0.2 of a second. We'll see if he's got anything for him. John Oliver Jr. making a charge from the tail to the front. He's in about a 9-4 run right now. Does old JOJ got something for him? We'll find out down the back straightaway. Vandermark and Williams 1 and 2 with 2 laps to go this time. Shelby Williams trying to reel in your leader. Last time was 0.5 of a second. Well, this time he worked about 32 1,000ths of a second off of him. Going to be a little too late, though, as the sand of the hourglass running very thin. Velocita, final lap coming at us. Green gone, white's a waving. 26 of Vandermark. Oh, got one of the infield tires. Just scooted the nose under. That 82 is Shelby Williams. But off at turn number 4, Vandermark with the win. Williams and Ballard going 2 and 3. Heat race number 4 going to come to the racetrack. Going to be Larry Brigner out of Apache Junction, Arizona, the 02X, and the 20 is Neil Kemp out of Mineral Springs, Arkansas. Jace Reimer out of Hutchinson, Kansas in the 775, and Kevin Giles out of St. Charles, Iowa, the 33G. Kurt Lund, Redwood Falls, Minnesota, the 87, and the 93 SS of Brad Whitney out of Trenton, Missouri. Final 3 starters going to be the 4W of John Watson from Des Moines, J.J. Baumley out of Lathrop, Missouri, and Jeff Cohn out of Sheridan, Michigan in the 25K.
Well, down here with the pilot of the Cruisers painting, Fesser's Bait and Tackle, 24R Jet Chassis, Dylan Richards, looking really good so far in these first 2 rounds of the Clash of the Coast.
Yeah, you know, we just got to put it all together at once. We gotta get rid of this bad luck that we have. We always got good runs in the heat. Something happens, or we just can't make it happen in the A. But tonight's the night.
What'd you redraw?
3.
Well, best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Second row inside for the guy that last year was such a standout, Jerry, in the Sunoco IMCA Hobby Stocks. He's adjusting very well to the stock cars in 2026.
Yes, very great, talented racer out of Beatrice, Nebraska. As the Spring Nationals coming up shortly. Just a couple weeks. You can watch that on IMCA TV. Of course, big shout out to everybody watching at home from IMCA TV, and big shout out to the gang back in the East Village of Des Moines. Hope you're all having a great time at the Blazing Saddle. Tuned in and watching some great IMCA racing. So hope you're having a great time down there at the Saddle as we get ready to mount them up, give the spurs to the ponies, and run them down into turn number 1. Down into turn 2, the back straightaway we go. It'll be Neil Kemp, your race leader. Larry Brigner to the number 2 spot. Kurt Lund had a good charge last night. We'll see what he can do with that tonight as he hustles to the number 4 spot. There's to be 3. Now he'll slide the line in front. Brigner going to come back to the inside. Brigner and Lund side by side. Arizona and Minnesota working for the number 2 spot. Feverishly they work down the back straightaway. That 25 machine. 25K of Jeff Cohn out of Sheridan, Michigan. Little problems bobbled there. Top 3 right there on top of each other. Look at this. Here comes the 87 of Kirtland with a big run down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3 and 4. It'll be the 87 of Kirtland downstairs. He'll go to the race lead. It will be Kurt Lund sliding to the top spot. Neil Kemp to second. Larry Brigner to third. That 25 started 925K of Jeff Cohn out of Sheridan, Michigan is into the number 5 spot. They work down off of turn number 4. Still Kurt Lund, your race leader. Now the 775 of Reimer. Working to the inside of the 02 of Larry Brigner. Brigner going to go back on the outside. This time they'll bring him to the Velocita. Final lap. 1 to go down the front straightaway for Kurt Lund. Into turn 3 off of turn number 4. Penske Racing Shocks. Starter stand has the checkered flag waiting for Kurt Lund out of Redwood Falls, Minnesota. Kurt Lund, Neil Kemp, and Jeff Cohn. 1, 2, and 3. There for heat race number 4. Getting ready to move on to some IMCA modifieds. Let's take a look here. Starting grid for your Carl Customs IMCA modified heat race number 1. I believe we're doing 7 again tonight. Doing 8 again tonight. Same format as last night. It will be Eric White out of Cantonment, Florida. In the 52 and the 7B is Terry Belcher out of Laceyville, Pennsylvania. Row number 2, it's a 75 junior, Chaz Baca from Mesa, Arizona. And from Lubbock, Texas, it's Kate Ogle, the 711. 25, Jason Sims out of Andalusia, Alabama. And the 07X, Troy Morris, third out of Bakersfield, California. Final 2 starters going to be Lance Arneson, Abrams, Wisconsin, and the 221 of Tyler Allen out of Navarre, Florida.
Mike Vandermark Jr., the reigning champion here in the mobile diesel repair, M Fringe Concrete, number 26 B&B by BHE Chassis. You guys were really fast late in the feature last night for the stock cars, really fast early tonight.
Yeah, we got the 12 last night, and our bad draw night, we made the best of it, finishing fourth, and tonight was our good draw night, so hopefully we can capitalize on something.
How'd your redraw go?
We're outside front row, so we'll definitely take it.
Well, best of luck, and hopefully it's a good night for the rest of the evening.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Mike Vandermark Jr., the standard bearer, you could kind of say, for those stock car racers from Michigan, where they're going to be having a lot more IMC sanctioned events in 2026.
Yes.
Well, Kurt Lund, quite a battle, driving the B&B house car, Black Label Shocks, number 87. Good battle with Neil Kemp there, able to accomplish the heat race win. Some exciting stuff already from that fourth heat race.
Yeah, it was a fun heat race. These track guys did one hell of a job on getting this thing ready to go compared to how it was last night.
What'd you redraw?
I didn't redraw. They gave me the last one, and it was 1. So
Hey, that'll work.
if I would have redrew, it would have been 4.
And it's feeling a little warm. It's not cold as much as last night.
No, it's way better now. I'm actually sweating a little bit.
Good job so far. Kurt Lund going to roll from the inside pole. That might be a dangerous combination with the 87 and the 26.
That will be a good one for sure as we get ready to roll the field back around. Like we said, a great field of modifieds on hand with us again this evening. There you see the Outlaw Snack start zone right there in turn number 4. That's where the races will start. Races and restarts thanks to Outlaw Snacks. And there's the Bobcat. The cat of the Bob. Getting ready to come back to the green flag. Yeah, people are quiet on the social media tonight. I ain't seen nothing. Green flag out on a slow and rocky start. Chaz Baca going to drop to the inside of the 75, though. He will take the race lead down the back straightaway. Look at Kate Ogle up there in a 7-11. Going to let her hang. Here we go. 7 be a Terry Belcher there. Belcher right there to the number 2 spot. Here comes the 07X of Troy Morris. Battle is wheel to wheel and side by side for second. Morris now to the number 2 spot. Down the front straightaway, still the 07X of Morris in second. Remember, you got to be top 2. Top 2 if you want to run again here. Go right to the feature. Down the back straightaway, they'll take him. It will be Chaz Baca out front. Baca showing the way. Into turn 3 off of 4. Baca out front to 75. A 2-time IMCA modified national champion. A 2-time feature winner in Florida already this year. The 07X of Troy Morris III. Old TM3 right there, deep in the field. Lance Arneson with a good run back there, trying to get things figured on out. Battle ensuing for the lead. Here we go. Troy Morris right now is 0.4 of a second quicker than that 75 of Chaz Baca, and he has caught him. Here we go for the lead. Down into turn number 1 and 2, it's going to be the 75 of Baca, followed by the 07X of Morris. 2 to go. Now the white flag out. Velocita, final lap coming at us. Baca quicker on the outside. Troy Morris back to the inside. Off of turn number 4 this time. Checkered flag at the Penske Shock starter stand for Chaz Baca from Mesa, Arizona. Troy Morris going second, your 2 transfer cars. So, Chaz Baca Jr. and Troy Morris III, 1 and 2. Speaking of 2, let's take a look at heat race number 2 for your modifieds. Oliver Hilliard out of Houghton Lake, Michigan in the 19H, and Joel Rust, the 26J, out of Grundy Center, Iowa. Ryan Fowler out of Pace, Florida, the 6F, starts inside of row number 2 to the outside. The B24 is Owen Barnhill out of Milton, Florida. Kyle Ratoski out of 8 Mile, Alabama, the 35R, and the 21CZ is Cole Sharninsky out of Denmark, Wisconsin. The Bath, Michigan racer is Cody Goodwin. In the 9X, it is outside with a 9 with no X is Brent Hartwick out of Quitman, Arkansas. Oh, I tell you what, if there's nothing that I did other tonight than get a shout out or get a cheer of joy and fun from the gang at the saddle, that's all I care about tonight. Well, I care about some good racing too, but I had everybody back home. I didn't know it's still kind of snowy and cold, and they said it was going to snow again. But it's nice, and things are warming up. Gang at Whether or Not Catering, Brett and Melissa tuned in up there in Boone on IMCA TV. Will Wolf, who could not muster up enough driving ability to make his way down to the Clash of the Coast. He had to stay home and work. Here we go, greens out. Heat race number 2. Oh, hang on, look out. We got him stacked up over in turn number 2. Yellow.
Well, Chaz Baca Jr., another good performance out of you, my friend. This Yuma Insurance Integrity Drilling Services, number 75 junior. Harris Chassis looking pretty good. I know last night, not the result you guys were looking for, but tonight it's a new night and a chance to getting some greetings from Troy Morris the third there. Really good battle between you guys, but a good result in this heat race.
Yeah, thank goodness. We've had a rough go so far out here, and finally feeling like we're dialing it in a little better. Still need a little more work, but hopefully we can take the number 2 draw spot and get a win tonight.
We'll hope it's a good rest of the journey.
Thank you.
Outside pole sitter for the 2-time national champion.
Green flag and back out here on heat race number 2. A lot cleaner start this time down into turn number 1 and 2. Same outcome though. Joel Rust going to the race lead. Take a look. Cole Sharninsky, our under the visor driver for Monday, Tuesday during the Clash of the Coast. Of course, keep an eye on our social media channels if you saw the Isaac Malacote under the visor this little docu-series of program. We'll see it on Cole Sharninsky coming up here in the near future. Speaking of near future, a pair of Floridian drivers are going to change addresses. That's going to be from 2nd to 3rd for the number 2 spot. Ryan Fowler up on the top side. Here comes Owen Barnhill on the bottom side, motoring that B24 car. Barnhill down in the rumbles and stumbles, going to let her slide up the hill. Fowler with a big run back to the outside. Into turn 3 and 4, Ryan Fowler trying to make something happen, can't quite get it done. Joel Rust, the 26J, wound up, whistle and Dixie, got the wick turned up and the kite string hung way out. How far is way out? Last time it was 2.3 seconds over Owen Barnhill. Puts another 0.3 on it, 2.6 seconds. The advantage, what a deal. It's kind of like a Tiffany or something. 26 and 2.6 advantage. We'll see what he's got. Stretching it out to almost a 3-second lead. The old H&H Saldozing and Excavating Performer chassis, Grundy Napa Auto Parts Hot Rod coming to the Velocita, white flag and 1 to go. Off at turn number 4, gonna make her easy living. 26J Joel Rust to the checkered flag. 24, B24 Owen Barnhill out of Milton, Florida, going home into the number 2 spot. So field going to be heading on into the Longacre Racing Products Tech Shed down there. Super Dave. Todd Burgess from the NY Penn Series. One of our East Region Tech Inspectors down here also this weekend. Doing a great job with the local track staff in the Tech building down there on the infield. Heat race number 3 going to see Jason Barnhill, Milton, Florida, the 1B. And the 56 is Tucker Bird out of Robertsdale, Alabama. There is Greg Hopkins out of Repton, Alabama, the G17, and Drake Finley, Bryan, Arkansas, the 5F. Equipment Arkansas's 9H is Slade Hartwig right there in the number 5th starting spot. 6th starting spot, the 02W of J.C. Wilson out of Harold, Florida. Jacob Snyder, Dunkerton, Iowa, the 98, and Chris Spalding, Montgomery City, Missouri, make up the final row on this one. Field working in that top line. So like we said, we'll be off tomorrow. No racing tomorrow. Going to be an off day for our drivers, competitors, and staff. I think we're going to some place called Docks for karaoke. Colton, you going to sing tomorrow night at the karaoke party? What song are you going to sing? Oh, you and Dakota going to do a duet? No kidding. Man, I did not see you and Dakota doing Islands in the Stream by Kenny and Dolly. So hang tight here. Thursday we'll have practice. We'll be live on our socials for about an hour with practice from Loxie, Alabama at Deep South. And then we'll be there Friday and Saturday for race action. Looking to go green flag, Barnhill and Bird on the front row. They come out of the Outlaw Snack start zone, and we're green flag racing. Bird with a run around the outside of the Rick's Towing 56 car. Barnhill working the number 2 spot. Oh, my. Watch him down the front straightaway. It is Bird there in the Joyner car. Showing the way down the back straightaway. Barnhill's got company. Here comes Drake Finley. Finley down there in the 5F car. Going to get him. Got him. Yes, he did. The 5F of Finley into the number 2 spot. That'll put him in the show. Hartwig's coming. Now the 02 machine of J.C. Wilson working on the G17 of Greg Hopkins. Hopkins got her packed up there on the top side. Now he's looking to go to the backside. That ain't going to work for that G17. Keep her moving forward. Oh, Barnhill in there. Tough on Finley. They get together. Everybody does a nice job staying right tight down into turn number 1. Spalding in the 29, working to the inside of that 9H of Slade Hartwig. Hartwig will run them on up there as they hurry down to the turns 1 and 2. Greg Hopkins right down there, getting around the tires on the bottom side, making her look like child's play. 2 to go this time down the front straightaway. Hopkins back there deep, but it is still out front there. Jacob Snyder and Greg Hopkins side by side. Velocity, the final lap coming. 1 to go at the starter stand for the 56 at Tucker Bird. Tucker Bird right there, your leader. Into turn 3 and 4. Checkered flag is out. Tucker Bird with the win. Drake Finley going home to the number 2 spot. Heat race number 4 going to come to the racetrack. We will see Austin Stam, old Stammy Whammy, out of Orangeville, Illinois in the 12T in the Marcia Current owned hot rod. Troy Schauberg out of Amity, Arkansas, the 7S. Lane Lambeth out of Flomaton, Alabama in the 2. From Homestead, Montana, it's Tate Johnson, the 413. Patrick Lewis, Wellsville, Missouri, the 24L. And Jimmy Dunaway out of Panama City, Florida, the 20. Preston Soanes, Milton, Florida, the 22. And Kensington Ogle out of Lubbock, Texas, in the 7. So that does do it for your Carl Customs Live look-in. Looking for parts, accessories, and more? Check out Carl Customs online. Of course, not only do they cover get your high performance and restoration work done there, but they also take care of you with fleet service and collision for all makes and all models. We do thank our great friends at Carl Customs for giving you tonight's live look-in.
We got Joel Rust here in the Precision Performance Racing Suspensions number 26J Performer chassis, looking very speedy there. You were really good last